Did you guys hear that Outdoor Ed is going to be at the end of April this year?
I know, the weather's going to be great.
I can't wait.
Confidence course.
Woo! All right, hey, it looks like it's time for the pledge. I'm Mr. Leffler, teach mathematics.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Burt. I teach digital literacy.
And I'm Miss Rothstein, and I teach math.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Keep up the good work, guys.
Welcome to NBMS Channel 17 Phoenix News, where we share the top news stories of the day.
Today is Friday, October 19th, 2018.
I am Lizzie Kotlev.
And I'm Gigi Relishon.
Today is Seafood Bisque Day.
What's the word of the day, Lizzie?
Devolve. It means to degenerate through a gradual change or evolution.
Can I hear that in a sentence?
When the president is ill, his duties devolve upon the vice president.
Let's see what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Here's a very important announcement from the Student Service Learning Coordinator.
Hi, I'm Miss Urevich, and I'm the SSL coordinator for North Bethesda Middle School. So this lovely bulletin board is located in our dining room here at North Bethesda, and I would like you to use it as a resource. So here you will see that it explains SSL and what it means to Montgomery County Public Schools. You also see the 7 best practices for SSL. Please take a look at this before you make a commitment. Also, the requirements for SSL are you are required to have 75 hours of SSL so you can graduate high school. So along the way, there are some incentives for you to get more than 75 hours, and we'll talk about that a little later. Over here, you'll notice that MontgomeryServes.org is a great website to check out if your SSL will meet the commitment and will be approved. Also, you have to keep in mind that all SSL hours should be done with a nonprofit. If you're unsure about whether your organization is a nonprofit, then please check out GuideStar.org and it will tell you if the organization is a nonprofit. Also on this board are the deadlines. Please adhere to these deadlines. If you adhere to these deadlines, you probably won't have an issue. The hard deadline is April 5th. Now for April 5th, you have to keep in mind that I cannot accept any SSL hours after April 5th if you would like the Superintendent Award. Also keep in mind that you can only earn the Superintendent Award once in your middle school career. There are 2 important MCPS forms that you need to fill out in order to get your hours. The first form is a request form. Now this request form is for any organization that is not approved on the MCPS MarylandServes.org website. This form needs to be done 2 weeks in advance and given to me or turned into the counseling office. I will approve this form after I verify that the organization meets the SSL requirements. Please completely fill out this form. You will notice I've highlighted everything that is your responsibility. If this is not complete, I will give you back the form and you will have to complete it and resubmit it. In continuation with this form, the supervisor has to make sure that the organization is a nonprofit. And again, you can look at GuideStar.org to make sure it's a nonprofit. So the supervisor needs to complete this whole section. Remember that all SSL hours should be secular in nature. Your parent or guardian must also sign off on the SSL hours that you will be completing. My job is this little column at the end, and this is for me to make sure that the organization is certified as a nonprofit and that it meets all SSL guidelines. I will then sign off on it, make a copy, and return it to you, and then you may begin your SSL hours with that organization. Now, the form that you'll see the most common MCPS form is the verification form. You can pick this up at the counseling office along with the request form. Or it's available online and you can do it electronically. So once you complete an SSL opportunity that meets all the SSL guidelines and have been pre-approved by MCPS or been pre-approved by myself, Ms. Yurevich, the SSL coordinator, you can fill out the verification form. You will notice that you are responsible for the student information section, which is highlighted in yellow, and then the supervisor is responsible for the section highlighted in orange. Lastly, you are responsible for the student reflection. Please keep in mind there are 5 questions you need to answer. If all 5 of these questions are not answered, I will return the form to you and you will have to complete it and resubmit. You might be asking yourself, how am I supposed to answer all 5 questions in this tiny space? Well, you can actually answer the questions on the back of the form, or you can attach a sheet to the form answering all 5 questions. What I will do is go ahead and make sure that you turn in your request form if it's something that's not already pre-approved and attach it to the verification. I will also double check that your request and your verification are paired together. Lastly, I will double check that your verification is an organization that's already been pre-approved by Montgomery County Public Schools. And I will sign off on it, date it, and I will put it into the OASIS and log it as your SSL hours. And then I will go ahead and file the form because you'll take it into your high school career. You might be asking yourself, where can I check my SSL hours? Well, now you can actually check it on my MCPS portal and see how many hours you have earned. So I will check it about a week after you turn into your form to make sure it has been inputted. All SSL forms should be turned into the counseling office. If you walk into the counseling office located across the hall from the main office, you will see a large blue arrow and bins for 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade, and also a bin for the request forms, which are separate and I have to be processed 2 weeks in advance. Lastly, my office hours are here. I'm located in room D120. If you would like to see me during lunch, after school, during SOAR, please make an appointment. And great news, ladies and gentlemen, you can actually join North Bethesda Middle School's SSL Google Classroom. The code is here. For the parents and guardians that are watching, please have your student first add it to their G Suite, and then I can add you. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to working with you this year.
It's time to start planning for Spirit Week. It begins on October 29th through November 2nd. Listen to the announcements for each day's expectations and how you can participate and show your North Bethesda spirit.
This day in history, British forces under General Charles Cornwallis signs terms of surrender to George Washington and comes to Rochmobile at Yorktown at 2 p.m. The U.S. Revolutionary War ends.
The weird fact of the day: Americans eat 3 times more cheese than they did in 1970.
The forecast for today. Today is a high of 62 degrees and a low of 51 degrees. A 30% chance of precipitation.
Corny joke of the day: what's a vampire's favorite fruit?
A nectarine. Ha ha ha! Daily care message. At North Bethesda, we care about our school and each other. Phoenixes, let's remember to care today.
Care means
communicate positively, be accountable for your actions, treat everyone with respect, and keep your environment clean. Have a great day, North Bethesda.